Alright, so for security purposes, if y'all too scared, I don't know what to tell you, but that's what the womb of Sheol is about. So like I said, everybody has to learn how to find their own key and break out the womb of that. You know, as our mothers and our fathers journey through these life realms and leave and come, it is not on my parents, and I do agree, responsibility all the time to make sure that we do awaken from those things. Our job is to get the body here. I don't like to do just the bare minimum, but I feel like just having a good quality life, you know, making sure I'm meeting the needs no matter what, as I'm climbing or developing, you know, my plan and my focus and the projects that I want to do for my household. So all I'm trying to say is that that's something I never did, was blame my parents for shit. But I do feel like when you have such a strong character, people, like I said, often forget that you need that same love, that same grace, that same effort put back that you're giving out. But again, the world has taken so much from us, and I feel like this is our moment that we have being receptive and we're getting what we deserve. And everything will be protected, because like I said, what you dish out, what you get back. But what I will say is that I know there's a lot of people, like I said, they have always hated the truth. They have always hated, and I don't even want to say a color love. I just want to say love in general. Love, a man and woman, you know what I'm saying? Breaking chains. And so what I would say is that if you're scared or you have an issue, know that that's a personal issue with yourself that you have to overcome. Like you said, everybody has been in a situation sometimes where they have been fearful of things, didn't like things, didn't know the uncertainty, how it would end, what would happen. It's that simple. But why should you, it's trying to instill more fear in people, yes, correctly. That's the wrong way to go about it. If it's anything, I'm supposed to be a service where I'm helping people de-escalate things, making them feel at peace, you know, trying to, you know, not get it done there. But like I said, you have a lot of them in the midst, especially males. They live for that now. They done got so tainted with feminine crap and women stuff that they don't even know when they're, like I said, have overstepped their boundaries with me as a woman. Because I'm a real woman. I know who I am. You know what I'm saying? I don't need a man to tell me. I know who I am and knew who I always was. So that's the only thing, like I said, when men cross that boundary with me, like, remember, me and my husband don't do things the same way. So just because you think you know him don't mean you know me. And that's another thing they need to get right, too. Don't get it twisted. But what I will say, that's a personal issue. Look, in my life, I have seen a lot of stuff that, like I said, would make most people, like I said, stop, break down, been gone out this world, as they usually do. That cup ain't easy to bear. It ain't never been easy. And it never been right for us to do it. But we did it, and we're overcoming it slowly but slowly, generations after generations. And now I'm to the point where I feel like I'm at the head of it, where I'm breaking it for once for all. But it wasn't easy. It was very heavy on us. But I never made excuses to not put in the right effort to get myself out of circumstances if I could the honest and rightfully way. Now, everything I'm not going to go to the system for. I don't believe in trusting all the way inside the system. I do feel like you do need street justice. You do need a backup. You do need things in a play, like I said, an overhead of a government to make sure these low-level statehoods and everything on the land with the citizens is being done right, done fair. And like I said, there's not too much going where, you know, species are not existing or something happening. You know, like, you need that fair balance. So I do believe in a sacred government that can watch over those things. But what I will say, so don't project your fears, your worries, your negative on me, because all I'm going to do is shield myself, and I'm going to expose it or reveal it. But I'm not going to back away from it, because I done came too far. I done overcame it. So like I said, if they're not developed in their emotional maturity or spiritual maturity, don't blame me, because I have that. Life made me be that way. It ain't like I asked to sign up for it either. But damn, all of us have, like you said, strengths and weaknesses. And it's like they hate my strengths, because it shouted everything that they thought I would be, that I would stay down, that there would never be nothing for me. That's how bad men hated me and accused me just for being in a relationship with them and just doing and being minimal. Listen, doing the good quality works that you're supposed to do. But I understand some of them wasn't too strong to stand beside me too. You know, some of them was just too weak, too cowardly, and I get it, and they fold, and that's what they do. I don't care. But my life went on. But what I don't agree with, I feel like it's justice for my children at this moment. I'm going to say my 2 daughters because they didn't deserve that. And I want them back home with me. And it's just like I said, I've been going through this since we had daughters. And that's when I knew there is something more is happening for me to be attacked like this. Something I got to be doing good, maybe, right? I don't know. Maybe it was everything he did wrong. I don't know. But I know it has started with my daughters. And we're just going to have to deal with it. And like I said, you know, the world trying to separate them. Like I said, they caught red-handed now. Men, they ain't getting their ass out of here. They caught red-handed because they should never done it. They should never done it, man. They should have just did the right thing. But everybody, a lot of people, like I said, God was taking me through the sacred pathway, helping me bearing witness to, like I said, these people ain't got no integrity, no morality, no type of truth. Everything is just man-centered in America right now. So I really hate it. It's like going through all the shadows of death. But like I said, they just trying to wonder why they haven't been able to sacrifice me, because I got wisdom, baby. I'm not that stupid like some of these women be. So I'm going to shield myself with my wisdom and what I do know of knowledge that I can to help me navigate this life, because I don't believe in just giving up that easy either. It's going to be a fight with me, definitely, like in the spiritual way. Because like I said, they can keep trying to make me intimidated by males and make me intimidated by groups, all this stuff. I don't care. Whenever it's my time, it's my time. But at least I went out fighting for my goddamn children, bro. I still wouldn't win no other way than doing what I'm doing now. Period. I was not going to let nobody defile me in a relationship. So I wasn't going to sit there and be a bitch that settled for less just to say I have somebody. Those things don't work. Like I said, my husband knows he has to fight daily for me. He knows he has to do certain things to keep me. And long as he's trying, and long as he's doing, put his foot forward, I am all with that. But like I said, when I'm very calm, I'm not cussing, I'm articulating myself well, everything's going good with me, they don't like to promote it. They don't want to speak good, or they don't want to be like, all right, cool. So, but as soon as I have like one goddamn episode, or I just choose to allow the world to see me have an episode, it's like, oh, it's all this and that. I'm not going to be perfect in that image and that light all the time. I'm sorry. I just can't, and I won't, and I don't care to be. There's moments I'm going to say what I need to say, and sometimes my words may be sharp. But for the most part, I still keep it to a good manner, not overboard. I don't go in and just kill with my words. You know what I'm saying? My husband more like that, not me. So it just, like I said, and there's things that I know that people have done to me. Like I said, I don't have to tell my whole history, life story on a goddamn YouTube or platform or anything. It's not for me to do that. My job is to continue to learn, be open, read, discuss, observe, trying to get it together, because I don't want to form the idea that I know everything. So that's what me being open about. Like, I don't want to feel like I know everything. And quite differently, actually, my Scorpio daughter listens more than my Virgo daughter. Yes, it's really the opposite of the opposite. But, and the reason why I know Shia has been doing well and she's been listening, because she has repeated some of the same things she's been hearing around inside of the LP house. So she was like, yeah, mama told you to go to the potty. Sorry, mama, saying stuff like that. Are you okay? Do you need me? Like, she been saying like phrase like that. So I was like, okay. So that tells you right there, in order for her to repeat those things she's hearing. So there's nothing wrong with her ears. She's hearing, she knows what and she's 2 years old, saying them completely of what she's hearing. Now she's doing it in an outburst way, like I haven't asked her about it, but she's 2 though. So she's just gonna be like, oh, I'm just saying it. She don't know she's just saying it, but she knows I'm picking up on this. I'm understanding what I'm hearing, observing. Like I said, she was that way in my belly too. So she is very much on outer world. She is definitely ahead of her time. I told you, she's like a year ahead of us, like far as in the spiritual realm. But yeah, so she was that way. So she's very highly more intelligent. Her senses is on another height, but it's also clear. It's also good for me. It keeps me balanced. So like I said, I'm explaining all the positive things of this pregnancy that I have. And I feel like like I said, I'm a little younger. She healed my body. Well, she took on a little bit of the things I had. Like I told you, she took on my hernia. She's taking on a lot of my little small burdens that I had, in the transfer of the body. But she still got a healthy, good part of her there, and she's just growing with it. But she's like a little grown person. But she knows. I'm just saying, she knows. Completely knows. There's no doubt there. There's no if. There's no delusion. There's no illusion or nothing. It's just simply directly communication from the mind to the spirit. And I like that because I don't have to tell her nothing. She understands. I don't have to, it's not a struggle. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying my other daughter won't listen. I'm just saying my birth kids still have other people that got tied to them. I mean, even with my son raised him for 9 years, I still had to have other people help with him just so I could have kept working like I was working. So I was just working a lot. So either way, I ain't really fully the only child. Like I said, her too now is she's the only child that actually only been with her mother and father. She only know me and him. She ain't been around no family. No family ain't get. The most she did was 3 days when we went down there and I gotta let them see her. That was it. Other than that, she been out with us. All she knows mommy and daddy. She doesn't got involved with all of that. Shakaya was the same way before we went back to Louisiana. She was just with me in my Alabama apartment, and she was just being raised with me and growing up. But like I said, her spirit was more like drawing people. People didn't know if she was real or not. She had, like I said, she has that type of illusion can go on with her. So I know what I'm dealing with now. Now I know the difference. But yeah, this is not a delusion. This is not illusion. This is really the pure spirit coming into position to actually have an encounter with me and Earth, me and myself looking at each other. So I love it. It's a real good uniqueness. More proven theories that I had about other terrestrial things. So it just proves even more I was never crazy. It's just man did not believe in me, or nobody wanted to believe in, like you said, a woman having power like that. But anyway, so with that being said, y'all, I'm going to sum this up. But I do want to say, for security purposes, for those who are uneasy and maybe uncomfortable, but we all can say this. So that's really not a point of view, and that's not something people should worry about. But we all can say that. So it don't even make no sense. Like I said, they need to stop trying to put their worrying and fearful spirit on us and everybody else because they haven't conquered those things. Put it somewhere else, because we ain't the one to come addressing with all that trying to steal fear. Y'all need to get over that. Get over your fears. Like I said, get out, see the world, maybe travel a little bit. Just pick yourself up. It's nothing to face. Don't be too scared about it, because like I said, I'd rather respect a man, not fear a man. Because I'm telling you the difference of the woman. If I fear you, I'm going to bring death. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You never want to put a woman in no situation that she fear you. That's how we end this shit in the beginning. Because a lot of women, a lot of mothers, they too busy letting men put fear in them. And that's what brought death. Don't be letting people put fear in you and make you doubt yourself. That right there, like I said, that's what brings depression, death, to all types of stuff. You have to shield yourself away from it. So no, don't do that. That's why I always tell, if I can, my brothers, make sure you earn a woman respect. That's all you got to do is earn her respect, and your protection gonna come. But don't ever make a woman try to fear you off of physical abuse or emotional or financial abuse, and don't do that. Like I said, that's what brings death. What's gonna bring life for you and keep both of y'all alive? Because you got to think, if you're killing her doing that, you're killing yourself. It really is a backfire. You doing that to her, you killing yourself. So a man gotta sit and really think, like, what type of reflection do I want to look? What I want to put out there? I don't want this. But like I said, some of them have too much pride to surrender to me, to just listen. That is really a real struggle. Some men literally have a problem listening to a woman. It shouldn't be like that, or they mothers, or just, It shouldn't be like that. We understand that certain women probably misled. We understand that they got hurt in the midst. We all gonna get hurt in the midst as we experiencing, as we experiment, as we finding out ways in life. It's part of the process. Okay, scars gonna come, things gonna happen. It's part of the process of learning. But you can't sit there and use or justify a certain cases that happen to men like that or that to say, okay, no, all women are not worthy to listen to. I'm not listening to a period. Baby, you gotta heal from that, because like I said, it's gonna bring death if a man don't either way. You're gonna kill yourself. So you have to find that balance, and you have to know, because a man can't have discernment. You can't have the other gifts. Ain't nobody saying you can't, but you got to learn how to pick the right person. That just shows like, all right, when I got hurt and I did, it came like that for me as a woman, instead of me shifting blame on everybody around, what I did was, okay, I got to learn something from this lesson, and I got to have more discernment about who I be around, and I did. I started getting better and better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to be careful. You know, I got to have a little more discernment to choose wisely or choose better, this and that. And guess what? I never got back involved with men that had kids, multiple kids. Never dated older men again. Like, it's certain things that I didn't do. And I didn't marry none of those things that I had experienced in my dating. Because I was dating. But when it came to marriage, oh no, I didn't make that mistake. Thank God, because of those experiences I had with dating, and I actually was learning from them and not just in them for just all types of other things, because I would have been somewhere by now, probably, like I said, way more at the top if I was really into it for what I know I could be into it for. But if I was really in there like with genuine, real love, this is what you're going to get. And so I'm trying to learn, I'm trying to see, I'm trying to grow. But those things help me realize at least like what not to marry. So dating some guys and certain things taught me what I shouldn't. So I didn't want to get myself tied down. And even now I'm still not. My husband's theology do not bound me. Or I would say the wicked version do not bound me to change. I am free in my spiritual and my mental elevation. So it's not like that with me. Because we both understand that we're secure in ourselves. We both know that we can walk away. We both are confident as he is, I am. So I guess that's what makes it better, because we know we don't have to deal with each other. We can be, separate. We can be dark-sided like y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, but we trying to not do that because we have a greater purpose. And like I said, we both honor and love, value a family life. Like, we love to live for something. And our children gives us that inspiration. So it's like he gets to feel like he's living for something. I feel like I have a purpose for something. So it makes us, one, like, he's not a gay man. He's not those men. So like I said, if we're talking about a real man, what a real man goal is, that's what it is. If it's anything contrary to that nigga into something else, or that's not no man. No man would want to be alone for the rest of his life and have no kids and just be alone in this world. Only a gay man would be in that image. I mean, it's just facts. Don't be deceived. Please don't. No man alive that's a real man and tied to his soul. I'm saying tied to his soul and his spirit will be alone. Will have no kids. Will be everywhere. No. That's a person that got detached, that gave up a long time ago and denied a woman of children or a life or something, of goodness. And a lot of them do that. A lot of men are selfish like that. But it is what it is. I get both sides, but I just, at some point, I have to give birth and fill the world up with people and children. So this is a message that they're going to eventually have to grasp. I can't continue to let my nature laws stop just because of my spiritual laws do not want to come into agreement. So I have to continue life at some point. I ain't saying I'm going to fill it with a lot of kids at times. I'm good with just, like I said, having, my little baby girl for now and working on getting my other little daughter. And my son, he's almost grown. And we'll meet him halfway when it comes to those times. But right now, my husband, I do agree, it's better that he focus on what he actually biological conceded. I mean, he loves my son, but at the same time, that wasn't his responsibility. And he just feel like he had spent more time with my son than his own goddamn flesh and blood daughters. And that's just absolutely not. It don't logical make sense, and it's not right. But that's how the timing, like you said, when we start having birth together. So that's what happened to us. So it's like, yeah, he just did a year, spent a year before I got pregnant. But that's still a year. You know, he did get to spend some time with, he was in the house with us. He haven't left this whole 8 years until like 6 months of it. But still, though, that's still a little bit, though. You know, it still was like he had a process before. But if you can't use that still, though, to justify, like I said, the other parts of it, like, okay, I acknowledge your strengths, I gave you that, but can you get to the weaknesses and the things that you really have done that was not negative and weakness that you can work on? Like, I hate a person that try to shield me into thinking they're all fucking perfect. Hell, I'm damn near close to it, I can tell you that. And I still question myself for my perfection. And I still feel guilty about things. And I still know I need to change in certain areas, or I need to grow. So if I know this in myself and I'm damn near almost to it, or at least damn near close, ain't nobody else can fucking sit here and tell me, oh, you don't got nothing to work on. Oh, that you just all perfect. You just want me to look at all your strengths and you don't want me to look at none of your weaknesses like it haven't affected me. No, that's not right. That's a person, again, trying to keep that blindfold of darkness over me, and I'm not having it. But anyway, but life goes on. Just saying, like, you know, for security purposes, if you feel that way, lock your doors. Do what I told you. Far as when I first got here and I had asked the lady at the beautician or beauty supply to Washaya while I was going to go get my stuff back from that damn shelter, they had it locked. So I liked it, and that's the reason why I chose it, because they had a lock on it. The other day when I had to go to a tour, I sat in the lady beauty supply. She had it locked. So if y'all feel that way, just lock your beauty supplies, barbershop shops, all of that. You know what I'm saying? That's all you gotta do. Like I said, it's so many ways, but you can't go around accusing every goddamn woman and every man for other people's shit, bro, or their nation. So it's not gonna sound right. Like I said, only scared people, guilty conscious people got a problem with the spirit around. Only people, because I can see they past, I can see what the hell they doing. And they don't like my type of light, because it's gonna expose everything about them. It's gonna reveal everything. They can't hide their demons in front of me. Like I said, one, it's always showing in one. I'm like, he can't hide it. He'll try, but I see it right there clear. Like, yo, it keep falling off. I know because you don't like me. I don't care, though. I'm not here for him to like me. And good luck, you ain't gonna do nothing to me either. I ain't being removed. So you keep saying your little shit, but I don't really care. I'm not finna get into it with him. Like I said, I don't deal with white men, so I don't have no issue. And like I said, I met some good ones that don't do that shit. So like I said, it is what it is. But that's Pennsylvania for you, and the rest of them motherfuckers, like, it's Americans. I'm telling you, it's American white men against me. That's damn sure what it is. The spirit ain't right in them. Something not right in them. Then you trying to come for my goddamn child? Like, and these people literally keeping my child over there at these people's houses that I, like, come on, man. I didn't put her there. I would have never chose them. The judge and sister know this, so right now they gonna have to do what was right, because that's not right to do that. Anyway, so like I said, because hurt behind, I don't want to be involved in a family coach. I do not want to marry them. I don't have to. It's a big old country in a sense. I go wherever I want to go. I date what I want to date and I want to be with. But I've been on this continent and I'm trying to get the fuck off now. Now that I've awakened to this new height of knowing these things, now I'm trying to do the right thing. Like, hey, I don't even mind going to the next step. Get the fuck out your country. I don't care. I want to. I'll go and let somebody else deal with it. But deep down, they don't. Why you can't just let that happen? That would be best for us all. You won't hear my mouth about it no more. I won't be making more videos about it. I wouldn't care. But this is what we got to deal with, because it's a live court case right now. I'm delivering literally my daughters, the new seed, through all of this. One day it had to come. One day it had to happen, had to come, and it had to manifest. It had to be real. One day. So I don't understand. They just didn't know what the time was. It's not my fault y'all didn't know the time and where it gonna be, and y'all up and went too fast, or you let the deception of many copies deceive you. That's on y'all, you know. But God knew the time, the hour, and the days, and these seasons that I would rise and I would come and I would speak, and those would hear. So for that being said, so like I don't eat McDonald's, so they just tried to bring breakfast today. I'm like, I don't eat McDonald's, so I'm sorry, this shit is nasty. They got too much money in company. I'm sure y'all could have did something better. Probably Haskell. Well, y'all don't got Haskell, but they did some donuts, but I don't eat that either. Like, I ain't eat nothing. I took a hash brown. It was alright, but yep, and I don't trust people food and cooking and all the time, but my husband and mine, because I know my husband wouldn't poison me. He didn't. He ain't never. My husband been cooking for me for 8 years now, and he haven't done that to me. And I've did his food. I done cooked for him. Never done it to him. So like I said, I trust mine, and I knew that was important, but I could never trust white people again. I'm sorry. Not in those ways in relationships and family. I could never do it. I'm sorry. Not these Americans for sure. I can't. Sorry, that bridge is broken. It would never be repaired, and there's nothing they can do. You can't even give me no money at this point to repair it. It's over with. Accept it and stop trying to make it and flip it and just like completely try to discard that I'm right about this and it's the best thing for all of us is for me to be this way. And I hope them success, and I hope them if they have changed with the women that they're involved with now, if they're brown, black, whatever, if they have changed and they're getting good positive about it, I ain't got nothing to say. That's on them. But for me, they can't force me though. That's all I'm saying. You can't make me be along with something. And I'm not even tearing down the image of that. I'm like, okay, cool. That if it works for y'all, cool. But the law system gonna do what it do. I just feel like it was wrong. If you can persecute my mothers and other women that did that back then, you could persecute them, and we had to go through all of this for that, and then to turn around and just justify and let everybody else doing in the North doing it too. So what was the point of doing it to somebody from the beginning? So it's just a hypocritical shit. Just say y'all didn't like it, because again, it was some truth coming. Y'all didn't like it because who God chose to come through, or who God chose to reveal herself through, or what I had to come through to testify the difference. So that's all it is. That's all it showed, that it was an envious and jealousy from the fucking beginning. Because if all of them doing this right now, ain't no police is going inside of other couples' homes, surrounding them, doing all that other extra stuff, stalking them, worrying them, killing them, behind just loving anybody that they wanted to love. So nah, man, we already know what it was and is, but eventually tables turns, things happens, and the same thing probably happened to them now. And maybe this is another way where it will start beginning, and they'll start getting their alpha unions disannulled, and those mixtures that's against me and my husband, and all these things that the liars did, or our fathers did, and mothers. Old people did, old ancestors did. So hopefully this will be a way to, that they'll have a lesson and be like, you know what, let's stop doing this. But that's why I'm at with it. So you definitely can lock your barber shops and your beauty shops. That is nothing. And I'm glad for the first 2 times I got to see here, theirs was locked. So they already know that. So like I said, some people already know that. But like I said, in the South, it's different. We really are about our business, but we also allow free will. We'll never take the people free will. And that's why it always will be better for us, because that's where it's going to really even out for all. But we're not going to take somebody free will, but we also is not going to let people persecute and gang up on 1 or 2 individuals. And like that ain't going to never happen. You always going to have eyes and ears. And we're going to make sure the right way gets settled, not just any and everybody, okay? So there is a difference there. Like I said, I can't tell you what type of state of mind, but I do know we have bared a lot. But I still could not relate to having done those things, and I would never do those things. Even when I've got really angry at my husband, there's just approaches I'll do. Like I told you, I don't let it get to that point. And this is my way of, like I said, going through it. Like, I don't get to those points, and I'll just use the strategies that's already given to me in the physical realm to combat those things. Because again, I would hate to lose my anger in a moment and it costs me my life forever, or it costs me the very things that I love and enjoy. I love seeing my baby girl every week. I love at least, it's not as much as I want to, and I haven't cooperated as much as I want to, but at least I'm getting to that part. So it's like certain small things and blessings that I can be thankful for. So I'm not into like the negativity. So like I said, that's why I had to get around from my mama, my sisters, cousins, nieces, people that was in my family, especially women. They love to spread that gossip shit. They love to be, like I said, stopping, speaking things on you to happen. Like I ain't got time to be around people like that. My peace of mind was always affected around that type of chaos and drama. So I was like, I gotta get away. I just gotta focus on myself. And every time I do that, I was trying. It's just like you said, when it's coming to connect with certain people that haven't healed, I'm taking more of theirs than my load. Then that's become, like you said, a burden. And after a while, it's just gonna be like, okay, I got to release myself from this. But like I said, just because I'm being patient with somebody and showing grace, that doesn't mean that I'm blinded to where I can't see the intentions or feel it or hear it. But again, I must operate in love. I try my best to. And like I said, this is my character. I can't change it if I want to. So good luck. I'm going to keep showing up as authentic while everybody else mask going to continue to fall off of who they want it to be. But they have not the guts to be it. They never had the will and energy to live it. But just always wanted to like pretend. Trust me. You don't want what I bear, this curse. You don't want it. So like I said, they want things that they've never been prepared for to handle. They want things that, you know what I'm saying, don't know why I got where I met. Trust me, I've been to the other side. And still some of us are, you know. So I'm appreciate when I do get my chance to shine, because I earned it. There's spiritual and mental things I had to overcome, and obstacles that other people didn't. Privately and silently I have. And that's for me to know, and the people that have been in my life that understand me. So again, and I'm still not upset at anybody's success in my family, in my circle, anybody around. Okay? I'm not. I'm literally content. All I want to do is be able to raise my daughters. I pray, this is always my prayer. God, just let me be able to raise these girls. They need it. Please don't let the same things that have fallen on my female lineages and all of this stuff to keep following us in this thing that has been happening to us, and let these girls get a fair opportunity again at having a real family, a real healthiness society. Don't have a big family, but one that care about and support. So I pray for those things, because we can uplift that. We can fulfill that. I know I can as the mother. It's always question about the father. It is what it is. But I know as a mother I can. But I know it takes people. Like I said, I got to get my financial. I got to get rebuilt there. So that's why I said I don't want to be in the same place that tore me down. And that's all I'm saying, Judge. That's why I want her released, so we can move to another country and go straight forward. Or just like I said, go to the next step. Because I need to rebuild. I can't rebuild in America. I just can't trust it. I just can't. I can't trust it with none of my ideas anymore. And I just feel like everything I tried to build, they come back and tear down or some type of way. Whether it's my family, where it's, you know, people, like, it's just too much history of it, and it's just too much doubtfulness there in a sense, and it's earned the way I feel about it. Do have to view that. So I'm not with that. And then people try to, when you do get to those things, all they're doing is plotting to kill you once you do get to those successful things. So it's kind of like, and I ain't saying that's not anywhere that you can go to in the world, but there is certain things that are better. I have faith, whether it has physical manifest inside of me. I know there's something greater. So I know it's in the physical plane. There's something greater than this that's going to be good for my life. So I'm so glad that the ETs reached out in the cosmos, and I'm hearing them, and I'm catching up with them, and time is connecting us again, and I'm getting to those violet points. But that's all they really got to do. It ain't even a complicated thing anymore. It's simple that what they got to do to solve it now. We know what it is. We know the roots of it. We understand this happened. Now, Miss Hawkins, Mr. Hawkins, let's do the right thing. So again, it's not my fault. I'm sorry. You know, I can't do it with them. And like you said, if they're happy with other black and brown girls that have said, hey, they have changed, they done it, then that's for their individual case. Good luck, kudos. But for Shy case, I cannot relive this curse. I can't relive these things in my history again. So I just hope this is understanding for us. So I want y'all to have a good day. Take heed to the notes and procedures. it was a good day. I'm glad we do get a little extra money because I did miss 2 days this week, so it's going to catch up on me when I got time half the day. But anyway, I've been there like 8 months, and I only missed now 4 days. So that's pretty good. I still got a fair attendance for 8 months, only 4 days. Yeah. So that's pretty still good attendance. So I'm doing pretty well. So y'all have a good evening. I wasn't making any more videos after this. Pretty good for a while, but I just want to catch up bases about something that I heard in Cosmo about the security or concerns, or people concerned about weapons or whatever they concerned about. Like I said, they need to keep that to themselves. Not everybody plotting and planning. If I get some in the spiritual realm, I'll let y'all know as usual. If I don't let you know, it's still going to be for your protection. So don't worry about those things. If it's very important enough, trust me. I know how to call, seek out, probably talk to you about it. But if I ain't brung it up and it ain't happening, then most of the time, like I said, it's other people just... maybe God's giving you something. Like I said, God can give us all different visions at different times. They got to understand that part too. So I may get something today. You may get something a whole week ago or a week from now. I mean, everybody has their own individual body and what personal relationship with God where they give them things. So that's all I'm saying. But for me, I just seen one, and I'm just being cautious of it and keep, manageable around it. But, yeah, so he'll be gone soon. People like that pick in the spirit and mock or try to, do little small things to agitate, because that's how I know y'all watching just to be trying to find something. You ain't going to find nothing on my channel. And when you do find, you're going to find some good things. You got to be some weirdos to really hate a woman that's trying to deliver her children, minding her business, spending time with her children, showing the world how good of a mother she is, despite what they have fucking said, excuse my language, history, all these bad things. Well, yeah, maybe that was a time or so of my old self, but again, they're gonna have to deal with this reckoning of new. Like, I don't care. I'm existing now. That's all that matters. I'm better now. I'm doing now right. I'm doing what I have to do. So y'all have a good day, and prayers and support always. And I'm not going to take it personal. Like I said, if they don't respond and the ladies want to keep acting like they want to act, oh well, I just keep on saying what I do, So I hope this is a good lesson for you all. But yeah, next time, maybe if you want to do something for breakfast for the people, go to like Wendy's have good breakfast. I could tell you that. They had a good potatoes. They got honey chicken biscuits I used to have. I always used to go to Wendy's for that, but McDonald's, I don't do that. So I didn't want to do that. But anyway, that's on y'all. But like I said, I'm not no fast food hoe. I may eat out here and there, and it may be something, and it's got to be the real deal if I did or something. But I don't. I cook majority of the time. Me and my husband, we're all about that. So like I said, I don't know why they worried about where the hell I'm from. It don't matter where I'm from. It's where I'm going. Can we say that all together? It don't matter where I've been at or where I'm from. It's where I'm going that they're trying to solve, or where I was heading, or the vision of goodness and restoration. And let's be real. Oh, they didn't give a fuck about my past. They wanted me to stay stuck. That's the whole point. That's the whole snare. No, they worried about me not getting to the future. They were worried about stopping the future deliverance of the daughters and the restaurant and all the things I'm going to get once my revelation of blessings fall on me. So now they were worried about where I was going. It's clear to see now. But God has a strong way of still showing. Like I said, my truth will be the only one fulfilled now, not their false lies.